Well, good morning, friends and family, and welcome to our Thursday, August 22nd edition of our Walking with Jesus devotional. Today we are reading the story of healing a blind man, and this comes from Mark's Gospel, the 8th chapter, verses 22 through 26. When they arrived at Bethsaida, some people brought a blind man to Jesus, and they begged him to touch the man and heal him. Jesus took the blind man by the hand and led him out of the village. Then, spitting on the man's eyes, he laid his hands on him and asked, "Can you see anything now?" The man looked around. "Yes," he said, "I see people, but I can't see them very clearly. They look like trees walking around." Then Jesus placed his hands on the man's eyes again, and his eyes were open. His sight was completely restored, and he could see everything clearly. Jesus sent him away, saying, "Don't go back into the village on your way home." So, a couple of things. One, I'm not for sure what to make of this, what seems like a half healing. Either Jesus intentionally chose to halfway heal the man so that he could see that something was happening, or I don't know what to make of that. The other side of it is, again, we have a story of him telling them not to go back to their home, not to tell people. I feel like a lot of times our experiences that we have with God, we want to share. And so, in some ways, it's powerful to share those things. In some ways, it's also meant to be between us and God. And the reality is that when we begin to share things that others can't understand, that others haven't experienced, it can also land in deaf ears. This man was blind. He couldn't see anything, and yet he had enough knowledge to know when he was partially healed that he could see. He knew what people were, but he also understood that they weren't the way that they were supposed to be. Too often I believe that we expect certain things from God, and when we don't get all of them, it causes us to doubt. Now, I don't know that there is doubt going on here, and I don't know that there's doubt in your life today, but I know that God wants us to be in relationship with him. I know that God wants us to see him clearly. I know that God wants us to experience his kingdom fully and not some halfway. And so I pray that we will stick in there, that we'll hold tight to God, and that we'll continue to walk with God until he's done with us. Not till we're ready to move on, but till he is done. Personally, I want to be fully formed in the image of Christ. I don't want anything less than that. I don't want half measures. I want to be completely healed. I want to be completely sanctified. I want to be completely transformed. And I wish that for you as well. And I'll be praying for that for you as well. Have a blessed Thursday.